Well, welcome back everybody to Harlem FKN Globetrotters. We are back for another episode, and you are just about to watch here Erling Haaland breaking the record for most goals in a season for Paris Saint-Germain. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was the record holder from 2015-16 when he scored 50 goals in a season. Erling Haaland now has 52 in all competitions, and we still have another possibly 12 games to play this season. So there was Haaland setting a new record, just absolutely blitzing the goal scoring records at the club. You can see Neymar finished off that win against Metz with a goal of his own, only his 5th of the season. And that was just one of the games that we've played since you were last here, since we lost to Liverpool. After that devastating loss to Liverpool, I was extremely annoyed, extremely depressed. The following game against Lyon, we played a completely changed side. Messi did start the game basically because of fitness issues. The rest of the team was pretty much all changed, and you can see Andrea Belotti got himself a hat-trick. Absolutely fantastic. Really pleased to see him get on the score sheet. He's had ups and downs through the season. Most of his appearances have been as a substitute. Hasn't always done it when he started, but in this game here he really came to life, and it actually gives him 14 in 26 this season. So he is, with that hat-trick, actually having a fairly decent season in terms of his goal-scoring ratio. So pleased for him. He hasn't had much opportunity with Erling Haaland obviously being the man. But yeah, that was how we responded to the Liverpool defeat. 2 good wins. It leaves us still chasing our 100% season. Can we do it? We've won 28 out of 28. We've got 10 games to play in which to try and set that 100% record, which would just be an incredible achievement. As I said last time out, never done anything like it in Football Manager over the years. So it would be something pretty special, even if it's not a Champions League. We want to try and win the French Cup, which we are just about to play our next game now. And we currently have 96 goals for. 114 goals for is the record which we set last season. So can we get 18 goals more in those last 10 games? I think we pretty much can. The other record that we can beat is to get more than 30 wins in a season, and right now we need 2 out of our last 10 games to equal it. So again, I'm pretty confident of making that landmark as well. If we can't do 100%, we obviously want to end the season invincibles. That would also be pretty special. And apart from that, what else has been going on? Well, I can tell you that Angel Di Maria has signed a new contract with the club, so he's here for 2 more years, which I think will take him up to the point where he's not really going to be able to play at this level anymore. Right now, he's a really, really good impact sub. There's absolutely no problem bringing him in for Ligue 1 games, and he's still managed to do a job at times in the Champions League this season. So I think he's worth another couple of seasons. And you can see he now makes 72,000 a week rather than 140,000 a week. So that kind of helps with the wage budget going forward as well, which is good. Speaking of the budgets, we've qualified for next season's Champions League. We qualified in early March. So as you can see, we've currently got £82 million to spend. It was actually up over 120 million. I think it was 123 million, but they knocked our wage budget down to 6 million, which meant that we couldn't offer anybody any contracts. because we were so far over the budget. So I moved some of the transfer budget over to wages. You can see we're spending 7 million a week right now, and I've moved the wage budget up to 6.8 million a week. That allows us to offer new contracts to any players that we might want to sign. I don't think we're going to need 80 million, but it gives us a little bit of flexibility and a little bit of wiggle room. We are looking at different targets, because the other thing that I really want to do before I finish this save at the end of the season is just try to do a little bit of rebuilding and leave the squad in a really strong position going forward, and perhaps to become Champions League winners in the future. So a couple of the key areas that I've had a look at that I really want to strengthen before we finish. One of those is going to be central defense. We are losing Sergio Ramos at the end of the season when he retires. So I'm just looking at a few different targets, and I want to try and really focus on French, because obviously there it helps us with our Champions League registrations. Wesley Fofana would be a good option, but I think with the mental characteristics that he has, the mental stats, I think paying 60 to 90 million, which is apparently what Leicester value him at, is probably a little bit overdoing it. So we might not be going for Wesley Fofana. We have been looking at a few others. We've got, for example, if I can just find them, well, let's have a look. We've got a couple of very good possibilities, which I think are within our range. Ibanez is a Brazilian playing for Roma right now. He looks awesome. He looks really, really good. Physically, what an athlete. He's got all the characteristics of a great central defender, and with his 15 passing ability and 14 first touch, really comfortable on the ball. So again, for 40 to 50 million, I think he is a really, really good option. So he would certainly be one of my preferences to help strengthen the centre of defence. We've also got, if we continue looking down our central defenders here, Khalidou Koulibaly is available for around about 30 million, 32 million from Napoli, but he is 31. I don't want to spend that much money on someone that they're only going to get a couple of seasons out of. So we're leaving him. Giorgio Scalvini, he sounds like a mafia hitman, but he's actually a really, really good 19-year-old central defender. You can see there he's available for something like 4.5 million. I think that's an absolute bargain for such a good 19-year-old. He could be a really good one to leave the club for the future. Could be a really special player as a building block for the future. Who else have we got here? Obviously, there's Samuel Umtiti, that right now he is still available for free at the end of the season. You can see there his price is now 1.2 million. I would like to sign him, but at the moment he's holding out. He's looking at all his options and he's not convinced about coming to us. So again, we will have a go for him at the end of the season again. So there's a number of options there. The other area that I'm looking at is the right wing, thinking about who is going to replace Messi and Di Maria when they finish. So I have been looking again at just a few different players here, and I think there's a couple of really nice little options that we could bring in for the club on the right wing, if I can just find them here on our short list. So Jonathan Ikone of Lille, he has been one of the better players in Ligue 1 for the last couple of seasons. You can see he's got 15 goals and 8 assists this season. He can play everywhere along the front line, which is really, really attractive. Obviously, it means he's going to get games all over the place. He doesn't just depend on being in one position. He has really good pace and acceleration, which we have been badly missing since Mbappe left. I kind of feel like I made some mistakes with the gameplay in the Liverpool game, and I think a player with Ikone's pace could really, really help out as a different option to bring in that type of a game. Now, he's not the greatest mentally and technically. He's got some specific skills, but he's not a great player. So do we want to really spend that money on him? Well, the advantage is that he is a Paris Saint-Germain youth product. So if we bring him in, he straight away counts as a homegrown player for the Champions League squad. And I have checked, and he is available for around about 44 million, which I think is a really good price as well. So he's another option there. I just don't know if he's quite the quality that the club needs. There is one more player I'm looking at, if I can find him easily enough here. Let's have a look. Where did he go? If I can't find him, I will go straight to his club. Let's have a look. Can I find him? Here he is. Noni Madueke. He is an English 21-year-old. Our scouts have suggested we should sign him whatever the cost. Really, really good prospect, really good potential. And you can see he is like an amped up version of Ikone, but he is still 21. He still has time to develop. So he is available for around about, I think it's 28.5 million is his release clause. And he's got 12 in 31 in the Dutch league this season. So again, I think he could be a really, really good long-term replacement. So we're going to see over the next few weeks kind of where we go with all these different options. I like Ikone to leave us with a Champions League homegrown player, but I like Madueke as a long-term option. I think he could be a real superstar. You can see he was originally in Tottenham's academy, and he's now had a couple of seasons or 3 seasons of first team football in Holland to develop. And so again, I think he looks a better player than Ikone, but do I go with that Champions League option just to help him out with that? So that's where we are with everything. That catches us all up. Let's now get into this Nice game. You can see we are playing Nice today, and then we play them again after an international break. And the international break is really important here because we are missing a lot of players for this game. Normally, I think we would be heavy favourites for this match, but the players that are missing kind of make things complicated. Nice are at home. They are on good form. They are 6th place in Ligue 1. They are playing very, very well and trying to get Champions or European qualification. And you can see here there are some issues with the game today. We are going to be playing with Letelier. Alexandre Letelier is going to be the goalkeeper, and you can see he is extremely average, 32 years old. I actually gave him a new 4-year contract last season because he is homegrown at club. He helps us out with the Champions League registration. He has barely played through his career apart from when he's had a couple of loan spells. So this is not ideal. Not ideal at all. I think Nice will really fancy their chances, not just because of his average ability, but you can see his match sharpness is through the floor. He has barely played in any of the teams this season. You see he's had 3 non-competitive games. This could be problematic if Nice can get at us. And with the other players that we've got missing, they might fancy their chance of doing that. You can see, so Navas, Donnarumma and Areola are all out on international duty, which is why Letelier has to play. Hernandez also on an international duty, and Diallo, the backup left back, is injured. So the Croatian guy is going to play left back today. Then Hakimi is suspended, which also doesn't help. He's been absolutely terrific. Actually, since the Liverpool game, he has played both games. You see, he's got 12 assists this season. I mean, with his 15 crossing and 14 passing, he is a superb attacking, creative, right, complete wing back. Also with his 20 pace and 18 acceleration, he's just devastating offensively. I wish he was better defensively, but I think to end the season, because we're so dominant domestically, he is going to be the first choice right back again. So really disappointed that he can't play today. And then Barella and Thomas Lemar are both on international duty too. And Isco and Dybala are both out injured. Belotti also away with the Italian national team. So it kind of limits us a little bit. We're still strong. Neymar, Di Maria, Messi, Haaland. It's still an exceptional front line. Wijnaldum and Verratti in the midfield. Verratti even has been dropped from the Italian national team. Ramos and Marquinhos at centre-back, with Sule at right-back, the Croatian guy left-back. And then on the bench, we've got Kimbepe, Jimmy, who maybe could get his live-com debut today, Idrissa Gueye, Paredes, Jasici, and then Dina Evimbe and Kalimuendo come in from the reserve team to complete the squad for this cup semi-final. So kind of tells you everything you need to know about how important the cup is seen in France. The fact that the semi-final is being played during an international break. So we are still the favourites, clearly, but we really need to see how things go. Nice are definitely going to feel like they've got a chance to probably get at us down our left wing with the Croatian guy playing out of position. And if I were them, I would be shooting from all angles to test out Alexandre Letelier. So we are going to set up marking responsibilities. I don't want to take any chances. Obviously, now we're out of the Champions League, this game has huge importance. You can see they are playing a 4-4-2, which helps us playing out from the back. I'm pleased about that. I feel like it's a formation we can always do well against. So we're just going to get Neymar and Messi, as always, marking the fullbacks. And Ramos and Marquinhos will be marking their strikers. They're not the most potent, but they're also not the worst. So we want to make sure we contain these strikers, particularly with our sub-goalkeeper or our fourth-choice goalkeeper in. Andy Delors is not a bad striker. And in terms of transition, I'm just going to take off, distribute to the centre-backs, with the fact that they do have those two strikers that could maybe press on Ramos and Marquinhos. So all we have to do is now just give them their team talk, try and get the players motivated. You can see Letelier is composed, which I'm very pleased about. Hopefully he can have a good game today. He's really coming to the rescue. I'm actually really glad I kept him now. He was out of contract last season, or going out of contract, and I offered him a new 4-year contract. You can see Nice have Dolberg there on the bench as well, another really good striker who's certainly capable of causing us problems. So yeah, really happy that I kept Letelier. It was done with the motives of having homegrown players for the Champions League squad. but it actually looks like a really wise move now. So I will see if we revert to the tactic which we've used a lot this season of playing out wide to the wings, playing with a lot of width. When teams play 4-4-2, they do seem to play very narrow and really base it around frustrating and being defensive more than offensive. So we're going to see how that goes as Messi tries to get Haaland away. They really anticipated that play well. It's something that's worked for us a lot this season as Di Maria now goes through. And I thought Di Maria might just put Neymar in. Instead he opted to shoot from range, which maybe wasn't the best decision, but it's a good positive start from the team. You can see we've got a little bit more possession and we are out shooting them right now. I'll see if we need to change to be a little bit more positive. If they score here, we certainly do. The play goes on. Soria can bring it forward. Nicely done from Sergio Ramos. Just had a fantastic final season as a pro. Haaland, absolutely beautiful. 53 for the season. I think this is his 32nd game in a Paris Saint-Germain shirt. Absolutely phenomenal. I think he has to have the target, and if we go to the final, it's 12 games to play to end the season, or 11 after this. He has to have the target of breaking 70. Is it Messi that has the world record for most goals in a calendar year of 74? Could he break that? He might even, in terms of the calendar year, he might even have already broken that record. What can we do now? Can we finish this off? Surely that's going to count. It didn't look like it was offside to me. Another goal for Haaland. Is it going to count? As VAR checks it. We haven't had VAR in the cup before the semi-final. But we are now in total control. Haaland will go off on international duty with Norway after this game. And it says tight offside. He was well onside. He was a good metre and a half onside there. And we are looking very, very comfortable. Unless, of course, they get one back here. Well done, Letelier. Can he be the hero of the day here? Haaland holding it up well. Again, I'm regretting not trying to hold the ball up more against Liverpool when we were really on the rack in the Champions League. I think that could have been a better tactic to play. As Sergio Ramos, what a pass that was from Sergio Ramos. Haaland should have had another hat-trick. And the corner cleared away, but Messi, can he get it back in? Neymar, is anyone going to get some quality in the box here? No, they managed to get it away. And they're now, well, the break didn't come to anything, but they defended the situation well. I think with Messi, we're now seeing that he's still so good that he can really dominate in the French Ligue 1. But what we don't see from him now is the ability to do it in the Champions League. He had a poor season in the Champions League. And Haaland again blocked from getting his hat-trick. Neymar putting the corner in. And that's out for another corner. Haaland blocked again. They're just doing everything they can to block Haaland on those set-piece situations. He's just such a threat. And this has just been a really pleasingly comfortable game. I was worried that the amount of players missing could be an issue. Let's give them the... I'm very happy. Everybody well motivated for the second half. And what do we do in the second half? Who can we perhaps bring in? Messi, what can he create? Again, his lack of pace now really doesn't suit our style of play of trying to get the ball in behind anymore. As the Croatian guy, that has gone all the way in from the cross. Haaland never got a touch on it. And the Croatian guy, was that his first goal of the season? I didn't make a note of that. Was that his first of the season? Just over everybody. Nice for him. He's had limited opportunities as the season has gone on. And we are now definitely playing a French Cup final to end the season, which is nice because the league is just basically wrapped up. Really, really nice to be able to get a cup final to finish the season on a little bit of a day out and a big event rather than just the season running its course. Now let's make some changes here. Let's see what we can do. Do I bring in any of the reserve team players just to give them a little moment in the sun? I'm definitely going to bring in Jimmy. He's going to come in for Marquinhos. Let's let him get another appearance today. I think Idrissa Gueye for Marco Verratti. Again, he hasn't had that much opportunity. He's out of contract at the end of the season. And who else do we go with here? I would like to bring in Jasici, but I'm just going to wait a little bit. Jasici is another player who has been a little bit frustrated at his lack of game time. Marquinhos managed to pacify him a little bit when he came complaining. So we were grateful to Marquinhos there. Is that Haaland hitting the bar there? Just pure dominance. Nice have never been in it. I think we will bring Haaland off, but towards the end of the game, we'll get Jasici in and we'll maybe give Neymar a little run out at striker. See if he can add to his 5 goals for the season. Really sacrificed his goal scoring ability for the good of the team this season with Haaland coming in. Really affected his goals output, but he's been a real creative force all season long. As they do now get an attack as Abdou Conte comes forward. And that's what we were a little bit worried about with Letelier. It wasn't the greatest of shots. It wasn't banging the corner. But it has gone in. Letelier just really not of the required quality for this level. And what do we do now? I think with Haaland, we will finish off just giving Haaland a little bit of a rest, even though we don't get the benefit of that rest. Jasici is going to come in. Neymar is going to go to advance forward. And we're just going to swap Jasici and Di Maria, who's now going to be an orthodox left winger to finish the game. Even after conceding that goal, I still feel comfortable that they're not going to be able to get another 2. Although as the highlight starts now, is this going to come back to bite me as Abdou Conte goes in again? Just wide. Letelier stood watching it. And they are now really on the charge, aren't they? We can't communicate any shouts to the players again just yet. There's a real possibility here of Nice getting a second and really putting us under the cosh to finish the game. We are looking leggy and they are well on top. Lamina is a player who's quite capable of finding a pass as well. And the Croatian guy, oh my goodness. Please don't do this to me, Football Manager. I can't take this, not after the Liverpool game. I cannot take this. Please do not allow this to happen. We are going to have to make some changes to see the game out here as Delors makes it 3-2. Oh my goodness. We look dead on our feet here. I'm going to take the overlaps off. I'm going to hit shoot on sight. I'm going to stop running at the defense. And what else can we do here? I mean, they are really in the ascendancy. It doesn't look good for us. I'm going to leave it at that right now. No, I am going to now bring in Idrissa Gueye into defensive midfield. He's going to be in there as the defensive midfielder. And Jasici is going to come back here as an advanced playmaker. So now we're just going to try and outnumber them in midfield and really try and take control to see out these last 9 minutes. I actually forgot to start time wasting as well. We are going to do that as well without question. They are still playing 4-4-2. They haven't changed up their formation. Let's go full out time wasting, and we are going to hold our shape when we lose the ball. And let's also, no, I am going to keep playing out from defense. They haven't pushed up onto us in terms of their formation. They might well be doing it in terms of their pressing. Let's see this one out, guys. Let's not throw a 3-0 lead away, please. Di Maria in, lovely pass. And Di Maria surely finishes it. Idrissa Gueye is not really a passer of the ball. He's there really to just try and disrupt and destroy. But he's found a beautiful through pass for Angel Di Maria there. And Di Maria showing why we gave him a new 2-year contract at 35 years old. Wonderful finish. And it just takes the pressure off at the end of the game. And we are into a French Cup final, even with a little bit of drama. And after going out of this competition so early last season, when we had a little bit of drama in the squad that probably affected our performance, that is very nice to get to a final. Really pleased with the players that came in for today's game. And if we look now, let's have a look at when the final will be played. And I hope the game hasn't stalled on us here. No, there we go. Let's send our assistant to do the media duties. And let's have a look. Is the final already confirmed? Yeah, we will play Nîmes, I can see there. Let's just go straight up to that story. Nîmes, who are 13th in the league. They are not great shakes. They have beaten, let's have a look. They beat Strasbourg in their semi-final, who are actually below them. Strasbourg, who won the French Cup last season. They were looking to go into 2 finals in a row, but it is Nîmes on the 9th of May. So let's have a look at our schedule where we can decide when we come back. So the 9th of May, Nîmes there, and straight after it we play Monaco away. I think what we are going to do, we've got Lille away in the next game. That could have a massive impact on the 100% season. So I think we are actually going to come back for Lille away. And then if we get through that, we will come back for a double header, the cup final, and then Monaco away maybe. Or maybe we'll come back just for the cup final, and then we'll do those final 3 games of the season in an end of season finale, if the 100% season is still on, just to see if we can grab it there. So we will be back for Lille away. I wouldn't normally come back so soon after this game, but as they are second in the league and it has such a huge impact on the possibilities of the 100% season, I think we will come back for that one. Can we do it? And can we then take the end of the season down to the wire with a cup final and 3 massive games to try and achieve history? We will see you next time for Lille away. Great having you. Really nice to be in a cup final. If you've enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you soon.